defense has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. He'll try the left side. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down moment.
The give to the tailback. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases, get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now he's looking to throw it. Using his legs to buy some time. He chucks one out to the right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you don't see this very often, but big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. But how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Motion from the offense. On the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is crap, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll let it go down the right side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Feeling some heat. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Buys a little time. He throws back to the left side. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Drake. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Looking for a man. It's Hennigan. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of this big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
At the 35, he's got room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. The give to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, limiting his carries.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. Oh, what a move! They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, NC State 14, Memphis 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Hennigan. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Memphis wants to move quickly. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Tigers! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. Got him and nobody's close. He's loose. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Fires to the tight end. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
That's caught. It's Anderson. Still on his feet at the 45. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Hennigan. Unleashes one deep. Go to the end zone. It's picked off.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And the quick shuffle pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw than before.
The play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Bailey. Keeps looking downfield. He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, NC State! And once he got loose, it was all over. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's straight. And the returner is stopped. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Hennigan. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
They're going to throw it again. Grabbed in the middle, it's Taylor. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on fourth down. These corners backing off a bit. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab, and he's got the first.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Using the quick game. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. To throw, it's Hennigan. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Memphis.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half will keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Scrambling away. He's turning it loose into the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Trying to find his man on first down. Getting some heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And, you know, know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the block.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
21.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's a draw. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Red pass, it's complete. At midfield, he's got room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. What great protection, and he lets it go down the middle. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Reeled it in and just made the house call. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it out. It's straight. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Hennigan. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. Finds his man. It's Anderson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Memphis picking up the tempo. He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Doyle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He wants to throw it. He caught it. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. If this offense wants to stay in this game, they have to punch it in on this drive. It's 3rd and goal. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on down.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life with taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
On first down from their own 22. To the ground, he's got it again. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll toss it. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Looking deep. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, NC State 38, Memphis 21.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Using his feet. Touchdown Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. The AT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Great job at containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Direct snap. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. They get to the line quickly. Snap it to the back. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead. Multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good. You know, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to listen. It's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job. And you did it.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Gets it out fast. And the Tigers pick up the 1st down. Offense lining up quickly.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but just hold really strong and put up some good numbers.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. They keep attacking through the air. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Memphis wants to move quickly. Quarterback will keep it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking for a man. It's Hennigan. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back to its own.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll take a deep shot here. Wide open, he makes the catch. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's straight. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They're setting up the screen. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw it. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They're bringing heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the punishment has been extended. Riding up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it out. It's straight. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Throws to the wideout. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Unloads to the wideout. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Sam Houston Bearcats, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by... Unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense lining up for a first down play. The give from the gun. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs just with positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Looking to pass, it's Watson. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Fires left. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback moving. Spits it out to the back. Zings it complete to the right. At the 45 on his way. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Sam Houston. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. First down here for the offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
To the air, it's Horvath. They're working that left side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Third down coming up after the completion. They'll try the run. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 plus. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And that's a really good job on the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. Now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Here's the give off the left side. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
That's an awesome-looking carry. And you know when you're playing Navy, you better get ready to try to stop the run. Whether it's option, whether it's conventional, you better practice being in your gap, everybody being sound, and getting your eyes on the football. There are 3 certainties in life, guys. You're going to die, you're going to pay your taxes, and Navy is going to tote the run.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Caught close to the marker, it's Kent. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
When you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
It's complete to the left. Slips a tackle and he's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the a touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he added the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them.
Nothing but green ahead. Oh, sweet feet. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Bearcats. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is high octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Chapman. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Got it set up on the outside. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Watson. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bearcats! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Chapman. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got his man. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Sam Houston, 21, Navy, 7.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. To the ground to try to move the chains. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
This is a third and long. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Chapman. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Looking to go up top on first down. Coming after him. Makes the grab. It's Chapman.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Navy quick to the line. Back to pass, it's Horvath. Throws to the back. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. This offense just wearing this defense down. 11th play of the drive coming. Trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense.
He'll take the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This has been the unending drive. It has gone on forever. It has chewed clock, but now it faces third and long. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, midshipman. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down and run. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Watson. Pocket starts to collapse. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Bearcats want to move quickly. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Line getting set on 2nd down. He'll try to pop the draw. Bowls his way forward. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
A first down run in the red zone. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And they swarm him under. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Chapman. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Navy will go back on the attack. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it.
Going for the big play. Brings it down on the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Looking to throw, it's Horvat. Looking down the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Lets it fly. Finds his man and they convert. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Getting some heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a 2-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
To the air. It's Horvat. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Navy. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. And the Bearcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Chapman. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes the Navy offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude, running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Got a man, it's Kent. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Smashes ahead. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll try the right side. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Uncorks one. Got his man on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Trying to run, it's Chapman. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Navy searching for a 4th down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
That play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Watson. He's going for a big play downfield. He holds it in, and nobody's close.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Still running at the 40. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Sam Houston. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Chapman. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Wants to throw on second down. Looking for a huge play. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Release to the back. The sure hands, it's Chapman. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Going to the run, it's Chapman. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Lets it fly. Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Hand off from the shotgun. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Dropping back, it's Watson. Looking left. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Sam Houston.
1st down to start the drive after the break.
21.
Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and force.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games. That guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
Comes out throwing on first down. He makes the catch. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. After that completion, move the chains. Now first down. Going to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking downfield. It's Horvat. Throws to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. They're bringing heat. Lets it fly on the move. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Humphries. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He'll bring it out. It's Chapman. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And Navy will go back on the attack. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help the team, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He's got it. At the 40, there he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Back to pass, it's Horvath. This time he's got it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Snagged on the outside, it's Chapman. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got room on the return. He's at the 40, at the 20.